Past the midpoint in November, nothing has really happened. I'm sure all you wicked people think it's really good for you. You know, I have a few people that bother me on the YouTube. They're not interested in being friends. All they're interested in doing is getting information and spying on me. You know, I got these wicked bastard haters. You know, and this isn't for you. Get lost. Get out of here. I'm not talking to you. I don't want to talk to you. You wicked bitches. Yeah. It's interesting, you know. So nothing has changed. We're still here. It's the new world order is not coming to being, but the Bible says even if it should delay, keep an expectation of it, but will without fail come true. The wicked will be destroyed. God is going to destroy you with all your little wicked devices and pretenses and hypocrisy. Little sneaky thieves is what they are. Criminals. God will destroy them out of the earth forever. But you see what's happening with the Paris attacks and all of this warfare against Syria, you know, against Assad. Why is Assad so evil? Because he's the enemy of Israel. He fought against them. Assad did. You know, with the rest of the Arab world, the sentiments anti-Israel. That's Assad. So they want him out. That's why they've been backing ISIS. The Mossad backs ISIS. They're Mossad agents, key players in the ISIS organization. There's reports of injured ISIS people being treated in Israeli hospitals and sent back. Yeah, that's what it's all about, you know. And the Satan wants to make Jerusalem his capital, you know, for the Antichrist. The wickedness is all demonic activity and satanic. People think it's so cool, and they're losing. We're living in more wicked times than has ever been in the history of the world. And it just keeps getting more and more wicked and more perverse and more deformed. Take a look at how people are. Every day I walk around them, I don't think they're even awake. They're like zombies walking around. They'll walk right into you. You know, driving. They're sleeping at the light. You know, the light is green, and they just stand there. You know, my horn doesn't work, so I got to yell out the window, "Hey, move, man! Get moving!" You know. I mean, people are amazing. They walk around like fat zombies. They're unhealthy in their mind and in their bodies. Something is wrong with people. Even the best of them. Something is wrong with them, you know. So many con artists peddling religion, you know. And they all use devices. Devices and deception. And weak arguments. Arguments that have no basis at all. Just they've heard those arguments before. Like, I was talking to this one guy yesterday from the Watchtower, you know, and I was concentrating just on one thing: the 1,000-year reign of Christ, and how it will be a time of judgment, and how all those in the past, all their crimes would be uncovered, and they would have to be brought to justice. And he keeps going on about other things, you know. Oh, you know, this is the paradise. I wasn't talking about, but he won't let me speak, you know. And I said, you're not responding right because you're not listening to what I'm saying. He said, that's because you keep jumping around. He's the one that's jumping around, you know. But they're liars. They don't know what they're doing. They don't have the Spirit of God. They don't think they need the Spirit of God. They don't believe in it. All they believe in is that they're in the Watchtower, and then they're going to get saved. You know? That's all they believe. They won't discuss anything scripturally. All they want to do is to stay in their group and defend their group. You know? Not the truth, not the biblical truth, and not to discuss different aspects, you know? So, you know, there are some very wicked people in that organization. One of the heads of the whole thing was a child molester, and he rose to the top of the organization, of the governing body. And they teach a lot of good things, but it's not just words, it's not just teaching, it's living the truth. It's like the rich man and Lazarus. The rich man received all these good things in his life, and Lazarus was the beggar that received all the horrible things in his life. But when Jesus returns, the beggar is going to have comfort. The rich man is going to be in torments. Because it's all going to be uncovered. All the compromises they made to be rich. All the compromises they lost their integrity to have a nice life in this world. So don't get confused about religion. It's not about religion or what religion you belong to. It's what you do in your life. Not who you. Don't be deceived by any man. They'll tell you that God doesn't look at you individually. He only looks at a group. That's what the Watchtower teaches. He won't look at you individually. You're not going to be able to be saved. You have to belong to that group. That's not true. Every single deed you did. Jesus says every unprofitable word that you speak, you will have to give an account thereof on Judgment Day. He's dealing with us individually. He doesn't look at us like a massive a chunk of meat that just belong in one group. We're all created in the image of God. We have a conscience, and we'll be judged according to that conscience. It's not going to be. God is not going to convict us of a crime that we didn't know we committed. Jesus said, if you were blind, you would have no sin. So don't let men deceive you. Pray to God and be closer to Him. Keep healthy, eat good food. Don't let yourself be destroyed by the chemicals and the weird stuff they're putting in the foods. Stay alert, stay healthy, stay sober. Don't get involved with those drugs, those stupid drugs like marijuana. Don't touch that crap. Yeah, it'll make you feel like, you got some new insights and everything. It's demonic. It'll put you in touch with wicked spirits, And people say they want to listen, but they're not listening, and they're not doing. They like to be deceived. They like to play their little games at home with their little cats and things like that. Really weirdos, wicked little fetish. I don't know what they are. Just some kind of little weird thing, And there's criminals, they like to rob, Those marijuana people, they're involved with crime. They were involved with robberies. They're involved with gun smuggling, methamphetamines, all kinds of stuff. It's a criminal world. Stay away from that. Stay with the pure of heart. There's no fear in love. There's no fear with God. Everything is open and plain and clean and pure. That's where you want to stay with. I talk to the sheep. I don't want to speak to the goats, those wicked persecutors. Stay away from me. I'm only trying to speak to the sheep, those that love God, not that are living in fear and do things out of obedience like a mechanical way, but those that live by the Spirit, that know God, how good He is. He is love. Those that love God, those are the ones that I want to know. It's not according to the law. It's not according to any law of man, but it's according to the love of God and keeping His commandments, which are for our good and for our peace and for our benefit. That's all it is, you see. And there's nothing wrong with a beard, and those are biblical styles. Those God created man like that. You don't have to get a shave for your face, like try to look like a woman. No. There's nothing evil about that. The homeless people and the poor people that have beards and everything, some of them are on drugs. Some of them are half out of their minds. Some of them talk to demons. A lot of wicked things going on in the homeless world, But her long hair and a beard doesn't make someone evil, and you don't want to judge people wrongly, Remember that God created man like that. But it's so rare to find th- uh, 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 godliness in this world now. That's the problem. That's the real problem. And I see it's like a dry desert, destitute of love and of truth. This world is pretty sad.